Good afternoon, student. Today we are taking topic measles. Other name for measles is rubeola, and in Marathi, rubeola or measles is known as gover. It is acute respiratory infection, and it is caused by myxovirus, and it is characterized by the symptom. First, we will have fever, then catarrhal symptoms like cough, cold, and malaise. All these symptoms will be there. Actually, it is upper respiratory tract infections, means lower respiratory tract is not involved. And in the complications, probably we may have the symptoms of lower respiratory tract. But it is acute respiratory tract infections, and basically it affects the childhood. We will see in detail forward. And one more thing about measles is that measles are always seen in the humans. There is no evidence of happening measles or gover in the animals. Okay, so this is basically the infection of humans, upper respiratory tract infection. It is communicable and it is characterized by fever, upper respiratory tract infection, that is cough, cold, coryza, and there will be a typical kind of rash which we will study. Okay. So now we will see the history of measles, how we came to know about this measles disease. It is says that the word rubeola means red spot. Basically, common name of measles is rubeola. What does the rubeola word mean? The rubeola word means red spot. So because of that red spot, the eruptions red spot occurs in measles, the name is given as rubeola. Okay. So earlier description of measles was given by the Arab physician. First it was introduced by the Arab physician who found out this measles, and his name was Abu Bakr, 1865 to 925 AD. He has isolated this bacteria and this virus. Then measles in 1954, measles virus was isolated by Ender and his colleagues in USA. Okay, so in 1954 it was isolated in USA, and 1958 measles vaccine was first used in the clinic trial, and in 1963 live measles vaccine was licensed for the use. Okay, so basically 1958 the vaccine was found for it, and live attenuated vaccine used to be given in 1963. Okay, so this is the history. The word rubeola means the red spot. First Abu Bakr, the Arab, he found out it. Then after in the USA in 1864 till the period of 1954 it is isolated, and live attenuated vaccine was found in 1958, and it was introduced in 1963. Okay, so in the history you should write these things. So you have to write the problem statement that basically where this disease is more and all those things. So measles is endemic, that is by in all part of the world it is seen. In industrial areas it is less prominent, and during the year 2007 worldwide coverage of the first dose of measles vaccine reaches 82%, means 82% people were given vaccine in 2007. Okay, then in 2000 and 2007 the estimated number of death from measles dropped from 7,50,000 to 1,97,000, means previously 7,50,000 cases was there, and after giving the vaccination the death rate usually decreased, but it came to 1,97,000. Okay, and during 2008 about 2,81,922 cases of measles were reported globally. So okay, so globally if we see after giving the measles vaccine the rate of death is reduced. Okay, in India measles is a major cause of morbidity and a significant contribution to the childhood mortality prior to the immunization program. In India also, before the immunization the case was more, but after immunization the cases has reduced drastically. In 1987 about 2.47 lakh cases were reported. If you see the history, 1987 probably 2.47 lakh cases was there in India. So WHO defined elimination of the measles as the absence of the endemic measles from period of less than 12 months in the presence of adequate surveillance. So basically after the vaccination the death rate has reduced, and in 2000 the after vaccination, the more cure of this measles was there, means more prevention was there. Why? Because the vaccine has come, and after giving vaccination according to the WHO, the death rate has reduced. Okay, so in problem statement you can say that previously it was endemic, but after the introduction of vaccine, the death rate has come down and it is very less now. Okay. Now we will see, we have seen the basic of measles, rubella, then we have covered the history, problem statement. Next point you have to write the epidemiology. Okay, in epidemiology, first factor you have to write is agent. Okay, so what is the agent? Measles is caused by RNA paramyxovirus. Okay, so your agent factor RNA paramyxovirus. Source of infection, the source of infection is infected case of measles. If person is having measles, you will get measles infection. So source of cases of measles. Then infective material. What is the infective material in whole of this measles? So infective material is the secretion of nose, secretion of throat, and secretion of the respiratory tract. As we have said, it is upper respiratory tract infection. So source of infection will be the secretions from your upper respiratory tract. Okay. So prodromal period and the early stage of the rash. Then communicability, how it will transfer from one person to other person. Measles is highly infected during the prodromal period and at the time of eruptions. Okay, so prodromal period, it is more infective or more communicable in prodromal period. What is prodromal period? Prodromal period is the period in which the person is infected but there will be no sign and symptoms. Okay, so probably it will be the starting period of the sign and symptoms. So in that starting period, when you have fever, when you have cough, cold, that time also more communicable is there, but highly communicable when there is a eruptions. Okay, when you see red spot on the body, that time it is more communicable. Then communicability decline rapidly after the appearance of the rash. As soon as the rash appears on the body, the communicability reduces. Okay, so prodromal period is more infective or communicable. The period of communicability is approximately 4 days before and 4 days after the appearance of the rash. Okay, so as we know, there is a red type of rash is seen in measles. So it is more communicable before appearing of the rash and 4 days after appearing of the rash. Okay, so when you have that cough, cold, coryza symptom, that time you are more effective, and once the rash appeared, after that 4 days you are more communicable to that disease. Okay, then isolation of the patient for the week from the onset of the rash more than cover the period of the communicability. Now second attack rate, there is only one antigenic type of measles virus, that is infection confers lifelong immunity. So means if you take measles vaccine once, so once you are immunized, you have the lifelong immunity. Okay, so once you get the measles, you again don't have the second attack of measles. Okay, so it is clear, we have studied the agent factor. It is RNA paramyxovirus. Source of infections, the cases which are infected, and the secretions from the upper respiratory tract, that is nose, throat, cough, cold, coryza, that is the secretions, and that is more infective. And communicability, how it is in the prodromal period and after appearance of the rash, that is 4 days before rash and 4 days after appearance of the rash, it is more communicable. Okay, now we will see the host factor. Host factor, what is the host factor? Means in which this paramyxovirus affect. Okay, that is known as host factor. So age is 6 months and 3 years. Age between period is 6 months to 3 years. Mean probably in the childhood you have the measles. We haven't seen the measles happening in the older people. Okay, so measles will affect from 6 months to 3 years. And older children, usually over the 5 years developed country. Okay, in some developed country above 5 years also you can see, but not more than 5 or 6 years. Okay, so probably 6 months to 5 years we can say you may have the infection of measles if you have not immunized. Okay, then in sex is equally, means male and female both are equally affected by it. Immunity, no age is immune. If there was no previous immunity, one attack of measles generally confers the lifelong immunity. So it is equal in both. No age means they say is that probably it is seen in the childhood, okay, till the 5 years, but if you haven't get, probably there are chances that in older age also you may have, but it's very rare. Probably you get up to the 5 years of age. Okay, then nutrition. Measles tend to be very severe in the malnourished children. If the malnourished children are there, protein energy malnutrition and other deficiencies are there, measles are seen more in them, carrying a mortality up to 40 times higher than in the well-nourished children. Okay. Then additional severely nourished children have been shown to excessive measles virus for longer period and better nourished children. Okay. So nourishment also cause a great thing, means nourishment. If child is nourished, he have less chances of having measles as compared to the malnourished children. Okay. So age probably 6 months till 5 years. No age is immune. In any age you can have. Both the sex are affected. Male female have completely same ratio. And nutrition, if the child is malnourished, he have the more high risk or more chances of having this measles. Okay. Now we will see the environmental factor. Even a chance the virus can spread in any seasons. Any season this measles infection can happen, but in tropical zone most cases of measles occur during the dry season, basically dry season. In India when it happens probably in the January to April, means starting of this January, our year start, so January till April we have a chances. Basically this will be the end of winter and starting of the summer. Okay, so in this period we have this measles infection. Then transmission occur directly from one person to mainly by the droplet infection. As we have said, it is upper respiratory tract infection, so probably the infection will be the droplet infection. So if the person is having measles and is droplet infection through the cough cold, he can infect the other person. Incubation period is commonly 10 days from exposure to onset of fever. Okay, so probably it will take 10 days to show the sign and symptom, and then the fever start, and 14 days to appearance of the rash. Okay, so incubation period is 10 days from exposure to the onset of fever, means person is infected till he have fever, that period is 10 days. Okay, and from the fever till the eruptions it is probably 14 days. Okay, fever and 14 days to appear of the rash. So probably within a 2 week you have this complete infection of the measles. When measles infection is artificially induced by passing the respiratory tract, the incubation period is somewhat shortened averting to the 7 days. So if we treat this primary symptom like cough, cold, coryza properly, then there are chances that this 7-day duration may be reduced to the 7 day. Okay, so incubation period is 7 to 14 days. Within this 14 days you have complete infection of this measles, and when the rashes appear on your body, you start recovering. Okay, so rash is a good symptom that your body is recovering from this infection. Okay, so this is the incubation period. Now the main thing, we will see the clinical features. Okay, in this measles you have 3 stages, and you have to note down these 3 stages properly. The first is prodromal type, prodromal stage. Second one is eruptive and post measles. Okay, so we have to see before measles, that is prodromal stage. Then we have the eruptions on 14th day, that is eruptive stage, and after eruptions we have the post measles phase, means after measles is over what effects you have, that we have to see. Okay, so first is prodromal stage. It begins 10 days after the infections. When you are infected, after the 10 days this prodromal phase is started. Okay, prodromal stage is started. So 10 days after infection and last until the 14 days. Okay, so prodromal phase, in prodromal phase it starts from 10 days and lasts for 14 days. Okay, so this is the prodromal stage. In prodromal stage what happened? It is last until 14 days, and it is characterized by, in prodromal stage what we will have, you have fever, coryza with sneezing, nasal discharge, cough, redness of the eye, lacrimation, and often photophobia. Okay, and there may be vomiting or diarrhea. A day or 2 before the appearance of the rash, that is Koplik spot like table salt crystal appear on the buccal mucosa opposite the first and second lower molar. They are small bluish white spot or red base similar to the stain. Okay, so 2 things you have to note down in this prodromal phase. One is that prodromal phase start from 10 to 14 days. So once you are infected, after that 10 days until the 14 day you have this prodromal phase. In that you will have cough, cold, coryza, loose motion, diarrhea, all the respiratory infection symptoms like you are having a flu. Okay, that symptom will be seen in the prodromal phase. And second most thing you can see in this prodromal phase is appearance of Koplik spot. Okay, Koplik spot. You have this question for 2 marks. What is Koplik spot? So Koplik spot a day or two before the appearance of the rash, Koplik spot like table salt crystal appears on the buccal mucosa. Okay, so basically buccal mucosa first and second lower molar, first and second lower molar म्हणजे तुमच्या दाढीच्या साइडला एक टेबल सॉल्ट like small spot will be seen. Okay, like table salt pinhole types eruptions will be seen, that is known as Koplik spot. Okay, so in this prodromal period you have this Koplik spot, that is small bluish white spot or red base रहता है उनका and smaller than the head of the pin. Okay, you know the head of the pin, टाचणी बघितली असेल, you must have seen the pin, like that small rashes will be seen on your buccal mucosa. Okay, first and second lower molar. Okay, on that mucosa area you can have that. Second phase is eruptive phase. Eruptive phase, in name only it is said that eruptions will be seen. Okay, the phase is characterized by typically dusky red macular or maculopapular rash. Okay, so basically it will be macular or maculopapular, means some eruptions will be there. Okay, so maculopapular rash is there, dusky reddish color, which begins behind the ear and spread in few hours on your face and on your neck and extends down to the body, taking 2 to 3 days to progress the lower extremities. Okay, so you go to the Google and see the measles how the eruptive phase is. Okay, so starting point you have to remind Koplik spot will be seen in prodromal phase and the eruptions start behind the ear, then on your face, then on your neck and all of your extremity in 2 to 3 days. Okay, so whole of your body will be covered with maculopapular rash after the 14 days. Okay, so this is the eruptive phase. Then the rash fades in the same order of appearance and brownish discolorations which may persist for 2 or more. Okay, so as we said, it starts from behind the ear and then whole of the body. So disappearance also start from lower body, then whole face and up. Okay, so within 2 months that all rashes will be disappeared. Okay, so this is eruptive phase. During the prodromal phase and first 2 to 5 days of rash, virus is present in tears, nasal throat secretions, urine, and whatever secretions you do, the virus secretions will be present in that. Okay, diagnosis of measles is based on the typical rash and Koplik spot seen in the oral mucosa. So how you will say that it is whether measles, chicken pox or whatever the thing is, that the diagnosis point means from which you can say this is measles is you tell that patient to open his mouth and you will see the Koplik spot on the first and second lower mucosa. Okay, buccal cavity. So you will see there Koplik spot and appearance rash start from ear, face, extremities and hand. Okay, so this you can by these 2 points you can diagnose that it is a measles. Okay, and post measles stage the child will have lost weight and will remain weak for a number of days. Okay, so post measles, after that the person will become weak, he will lose his weight and he will lie like that only for several weeks because there will be no desire for eating food. There may be growth retardation and diarrhea and polygenic infection, candidiasis, reactive or pulmonary tuberculosis. So post measles phase means if this measles phase is not treated properly or proper care is not taken in these days, there are chances of having patient having the weight loss. Why? Because we have seen there is diarrhea and vomiting in this condition. Okay, so he will go dehydration and person will lose weight and there are chances he may have severe lower respiratory tract infection or there may have chances he may develop the pulmonary tuberculosis. Okay, so these are 3 stage as we have seen. In clinical features you have to write down. First is prodromal phase, that start from 10 to 14 days appearance of Koplik spot. Then you have eruptive phase. In eruptive phase the eruptions start behind the ear, face, neck and lower extremities and within 2 months it disappear in the same direction from downward to above. Okay, and in third post measles stage, due to the malnutrition or due to the diarrhea and all those things he will lose weight, there are chances of having lower respiratory tract infection and he may have the tuberculosis. Okay, so these are our clinical features. Now last thing, second last thing we'll see the complication. If this measles is not treated properly, there are complications. What complications will be there? The most common complications are diarrhea, pneumonia and complications with otitis media. You will have some problem with your hearing. Okay, so diarrhea, pneumonia, complications of otitis media. Then other complications can be pulmonary complications will be there. Then adult may develop bacterial infections or lower respiratory tract infections. More serious are the neurological complications, that is subacute sclerosing, panencephalitis can be seen. and the characterized by progressive mental deterioration leading to paralysis, involuntary movement, muscle rigidity and coma. Okay, so you have these very great complications of this if it is not treated properly. First of all, you will have the complications on your respiratory tract, that is lower respiratory tract will be developed, and slowly you will have the complications on your brain. Okay, so you're going to have chances of having paralysis, that is involuntary movement, muscle rigidity and subacute sclerosing panencephalitis. Okay, that is the inflammations of your meningitis. Okay, so that is encephalitis you may have in the complication. So probably 5 to 6 complications you have to remember to write down in this thing. Then prevention of measles. How these measles are prevented? First, by immunization, ongoing immunization agent measles to the successive generation of the children. Okay, so measles vaccines we have to give, that is vaccine only live attenuated vaccine is given and are recommended for the use. They are both safe and effective and may use interchangeably within the immunization program. In your immunization program, we already have this measles vaccine. Age up before the age of 9 months. Okay, the principal problem of measles immunization is timing. What immunization before the age of 9 months run the risk of the vaccine being rendered ineffective by the neutral antibodies and acquired. The immunization later than 9 months means that a significant proportion of children will contract measles in the interval between the wearing of neutral protection. So the most effective comparison is immunization as close to the age of 9 months as possible. Okay, so immunization we have to give before the 9 months, before the close of 9 months. Within the year you have to take this measles vaccine. Okay, administration where this measles vaccine is given, so it is given injected subcutaneously. Okay, subcutaneously it is injected and it is included in the immunization program. So measles vaccine is to be given, that is one prevention. Dusra is immunoglobulin. Measles may be prevented by administration of immunoglobulin early in the incubation period. So means if you have though you have taken measles vaccine, still if you are having infection, so in your prodromal period, like before the appearance of symptom, if you take the immunoglobulin according to the WHO, that is 0.25 ml per kg of body weight, so it can prevent the effects of the measles. Okay, and it is believed that measles, like smallpox, is unable to eradicate. Measles immunization has its favored level. Okay, so basically it is saying that measles is not seen more, but it is reduced, but still it still persists. Okay, it is not eradicated yet like a smallpox. Smallpox we don't have anymore now, but measles is still there in some part of the world. We can see this measles infection, but there are preventions like measles vaccine if we take, immunoglobulin we take. There are chances of having preventions and we can prevent the complications. We can prevent the sinuses. So this was our topic measles. In Marathi it is called as gobar. Rubella. 3 stages are there. Remember, it is upper respiratory tract infection caused by RNA paramyxovirus, and 10 to 14 days is probably its infective period. 3 stages. 2 things you have to remember is Koplik spot and appearance of rash from ear, face, neck and extremities. Okay, this is the appearance of rash of the measles, rubella, gobar.